Dreadful Seconds isn't just a channel, it's a thriving community of those who love to be scared. Share theories, discuss plots, and connect with horror lovers from around the globe. Here, you're never alone in your fear. Are you bold enough to embrace the darkness? Like, share, and subscribe to Dreadful Seconds. Unlock a treasure trove of horror and keep the nightmares coming. Join us, and let your adventure into the unknown begin today. Your membership in the fear-filled realm awaits.
It began on an autumn night, the kind where the wind howls like a living thing. I had just moved into an old, creaky apartment, cheap and full of character, as the landlord put it. It was just me and Luna, my sleek gray tabby. Luna wasn't an ordinary cat. She was unusually attuned to things, her eyes often following movements that weren't there. I thought it was just a cat being a cat. Until that night. I was unpacking in the living room, the floorboards creaking with every step. Luna was perched on the windowsill, her tail twitching as she stared at the wall across the room. It wasn't unusual for her to focus on nothing, but this time, she growled low in her throat. I stopped unpacking, her growl sending a shiver up my spine. "Luna, what is it?" I asked, walking over to her. She didn't look at me, her emerald eyes locked on the same spot. I followed her gaze to the wall. Nothing, just faded wallpaper peeling at the edges. The wind howled outside, rattling the windows, but inside, it was deathly quiet. Too quiet. The kind of quiet where your ears strain for sound, any sound. I laughed nervously and scratched Luna behind the ears, but she didn't relax. Instead, she leapt from the windowsill, landing stiffly in the middle of the room. Her back arched, fur standing on end, and her gaze shifted to a new spot. The wall. It was subtle at first, but I saw it too. A tiny hole in the plaster, no bigger than a coin. As I stepped closer, I felt a draft emanating from it, cold and sharp. Then, as I crouched to peer inside, something shifted. Two glowing eyes stared back at me. I screamed and stumbled backward, falling onto the hardwood floor. Luna hissed, her claws digging into the ground as she positioned herself between me and the wall. My heart pounded as I scrambled to my feet, but the eyes were gone. The room felt colder, heavier, like the air was pressing down on me. And then I heard it, a soft, wet scratching coming from inside the wall, like nails clawing at wood. I grabbed Luna, clutching her to my chest as I backed away. The scratching grew louder, more frantic, until the hole in the wall began to widen, the plaster crumbling away. A hand, pale and skeletal, pushed through, followed by a face, twisted, sunken, with eyes that glowed like embers. It grinned, its teeth too many, too sharp. "Why are you here?" it rasped, its voice like dried leaves scraping across stone. I couldn't scream. I couldn't move. Luna let out a feral yowl, and the creature recoiled, its grin faltering. She leapt from my arms, slashing at the air. The thing hissed and withdrew, retreating into the darkness of the wall. The scratching stopped. The room fell silent again, the air losing its oppressive weight. But the hole in the wall remained, a dark, gaping reminder. Luna returned to my side, her fur still bristling, her eyes locked on the wall as if daring it to move again. That night, I didn't sleep. Neither did Luna. By morning, I had packed my things and left that apartment behind, never looking back. But sometimes, in the quiet of the night, I still hear it, the faint, wet scratching. And I know it's still out there, waiting.